On Tuesday, August the 10th, 2015, Long Beach teachers, truck drivers, restaurant, hotel, Walmart workers, citizens, clergy, and 3 city council members held a press conference to kick off a campaign to raise the minimum wage for Long Beach workers. Their first request is a modest proposal, that the city council initiate a study to investigate the feasibility of a wage increase for Long Beach labor.
My name is Ernesto Rocha. I am a community organizer here with the Port Truck Drivers and also part of the coalition to end wage theft. I'd like to introduce our brother Carlos Quintero, a port truck driver.
I work for Pacific Night Transportation. I'm a port truck driver, misclassified. I'm here in a couple of minutes gonna talk to the council members and tell them my story. How it is to work over 70 hours and get a minus check. I'm here to tell them how it is to try and raise 4 children as a misclassified employee, not being able to take vacations, no sick days.
Carlos Quintero, big round of applause. He's going to talk a little bit later on inside about what it means for his family and also how wage theft has affected over the last 4 years of his life. I also have a worker, Francisco.
Mi nombre es Francisco Abdul.
My name is Francisco Abdul Estin. I am here today with over 100 workers from Long Beach that are in favor of raising the minimum wage in Long Beach. I have worked at the Hotel Westin here in Long Beach for about 26 years as a server in the banquets. Just like they require that I take 10-minute breaks, that never really happens. The workload at the Westin is extremely difficult and very quick. I have served many clients over the last years, and there's hardly ever a time that they relieve me. In fact, in the over 26 years that I've worked at the hotel, I have only been able to take my break. I have never been able to take my 10-minute break, only just a few times. We work very hard for our wages, and it's time that we end them and that we end these practices like our employers are committing against us. In fact, if we are thinking about raising the wage here in Long Beach, we should also think about protecting all of the workers like myself and my co-workers who have been working, and we need those breaks at our workplace. Chandra's going to give a little bit of story as to what happens to a student that actually has to work, and also a little bit about his family history and how wage theft is actually generational.
My name is Chando Kem. I am a student at Long Beach City College. I work part-time on my free time. And wage theft is very common. It happens to many members of our communities, especially the immigrants and the youth communities. I am one of 5 children in my family. I immigrated to Long Beach from Cambodia in 2001 at the age of 7 to live with my sister. And my dad worked for a local Chinese food restaurant. He worked for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and he was paid $3 an hour. He received no rest and no lunch break and no overtime. And he was always tired, and on his day off, he would catch up on his sleep. And we barely see him. I'm also a restaurant worker. I work at La Lune Palace by the Long Beach Airport, a local Cambodian restaurant. I was a server at special events, and we worked from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. with no breaks, no lunch or overtime. So wage theft does not only affect my family financially, but it affects my many aspects of my life. I'm a full-time student at Long Beach City College, and I also work part-time. So my days are spent attending classes, working, and studying for classes. My time and money are very precious to me. So I think the solution to wage theft is accountability. I want employers to be more accountable and stop committing wage theft. Long Beach should adopt tools to make sure wage theft does not happen. We need cities to enforce wage theft, wage and hour laws to protect workers from, like me, who speaks up, and to make it simple for workers to collect wage and the wage they owe. Thank you.
So now I'd like to get the time to introduce our council members and councilwoman who will speak a little bit about why it is that they think and why they believe that it's time for Long Beach to raise the wage. So first, ladies first, let's have Ms. Lena Gonzalez.
No, I want to thank all of all of these workers behind me for being here. We are on your side. The council members that are here, I know, have fought for many years to ensure that workers' rights were a priority. I know this too personally. You know, my dad's a Teamster. He's worked in the trucking industry for about 30 years now. I want to make sure that you all know that your voices are certainly heard, and this is a great way to start it off here in Long Beach. We'll be opening up this study. This is a proposal for a study with the LAEDC to ensure that your voices could remain heard. This is in conjunction with many of the things that we've done here, like my colleagues have supported local hire, first source agreements, project labor agreements. We'll continue to do this work as long as we all stay committed together. So thank you very much.
I'm the 6th District Councilman, but I want to let everyone know, as a 75-year-old man, old man, but a 75-year young man, had a chance to go through all labor, to anything that you talked about being in labor. A little individual came from the South, picked cotton, but you know, today, we're seeing it seem like that's what we're still doing. Wages haven't moved at all. You know, you guys, how long can we continue to go along at this rate and keep up with the pace of living that they're telling us to try to do? You guys, it's no time for us to sit back and wallow in the mud. Damn it, we're gonna have to let them know we are going to get the raise. We're not talking about 15. I didn't even know what that was about. We're looking at 16. That's right. So you guys, let them know that we're serious about this. And the only way you're gonna let it be known is to let these people know that you're gonna have to stand up, and if you stand up, we'll stand out. You show up, we'll show out. And I'm letting you know we're here today to let the city of Long Beach know, the city of LA, all over the world, that we're gonna get our wages, we're gonna get the right wage in order for these people to live, instead of sitting around, you know, trying to go from paycheck to paycheck, trying to make things live with a family of just one. I didn't say 2 or 3. This is not fair, and we're gonna make sure this study comes out in your benefit, Make sure to let them know that we're going to do a study that will let everybody know that the wage is important and it has to be done, and we're going to get it done. I promise you that.
Okay, we can do this. We can raise wages. We've been far too long with wages that are just depressed, that are compressed, and that are not fair to workers. What we're doing here tonight is we're going to get a study done. Actually, I wish we could make a decision tonight, and I think we should make a decision tonight to raise wages, because we've been long overdue in regards to paying our workers below poverty level. Now, this is a wave that's coming, that's taking place. The state of California is looking at raising the wages. LA County has already looked at raising its wages. City of LA, Obama is considering raising the national minimum wage. So this is nothing new. This is long overdue. We need to raise our wages. We need to raise the standard of living of our workers so that they can have a great wage, so that they can retire without any worry, so that they can send their kids to schools, so they can put better food on the tables, so they could drive better cars and pay for the gasoline, because everything is going up except our wages.
The average age of a minimum wage worker is 35 years old. The average person on minimum wage is supporting at least 2 children. I gotta tell you, my mother worked at Arby's, and my stepfather was a truck driver. And it's equally important that we raise the wage and create more fairness as it is that we enforce the wages that we raise. Because wage theft is it's too important that we make sure we put in provisions that don't put our low-wage workers into a position that's more susceptible for wage theft. I'm talking domestic workers, I'm talking home care workers, I'm talking truck drivers. All of these people, if they don't receive a check on time, if these people are not being paid a fair wage, it doesn't matter what you pay them if they're not receiving anything. So we have to raise the wage, and we need to enforce the wage. Another point. Over the years, rent has gone up. Housing prices have skyrocketed, and wages have not. The gap between housing affordability and wage equity has continued to increase, and there's nothing else that we can do except for thinking comprehensively about raising our wages while also investing in affordable housing. Because reality is, if we don't give people a quality wage to support housing, then they're going to be on the street. So we need to raise and force 15.
Se puede, Long Beach?
Sí se puede. Soy del pueblo means I am of the people. I believe in a democracy that the people must organize, and in this case, to let the Long Beach City Council know that we want a law that will increase the minimum wage, end wage theft, ensure sick leave, and include a provision for its enforcement. Please call your district city council member. Let them know that you want a law to increase the minimum wage to $15 an hour in Long Beach and a strong mechanism to enforce that law.
Por eso es que cuando canto, canto lo que el pueblo siente. Soy del pueblo, pueblo soy, y a donde me lleve el pueblo voy.
Como cantar es mi oficio,
yo canto el esfuerzo duro de construir el futuro con alegre sacrificio. Soy del pueblo, pueblo soy, y a donde me lleve el pueblo voy. Lo recojo y al momento se lo devuelvo cantando. Soy del pueblo, pueblo soy, y a donde me lleve el pueblo voy.
Lo poco que doy le ofrezco
con alegría y encanto. Al pueblo le doy mi canto, porque al pueblo pertenezco. Soy del pueblo, pueblo soy, y a donde me lleve el pueblo voy.